Hey, mathletes. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to start looking at systems, but now what we're going to do is we're going to look at inequalities. So the difference from what we were doing before is we were doing systems of equations. So equations means we have an equal sign. Inequality simply means instead of this equal sign, guess what? We've got these guys. That's all it means. Now, it does change what we're doing here. How does it change? Well, let's see if I can explain it to you. It doesn't make that much, doesn't make it more difficult at all. It's going to be a little different. So what we're going to do here is we're going to graph the following inequalities, and then we'll state and verify a solution. Notice that right there it says a solution, not the solution. I'll show you why it says that in just a second. So make sure you got your graphing calculators with you. Let's do this. Okay, y is less than x plus 1. Okay, I'm going to draw this by hand, and then I'll show you how to put it in your calculator in a second. Okay, you should remember from 10C some basics of sketching these things. Now, I would draw with a ruler if I had one on me, but for now, okay, what do I remember? Well, my y-intercept is at 1, and my slope is positive 1. So I'm going to go up 1 over 1. So there's my y-intercept. I'm going to go up 1 over 1. And I'm going to go up 1, and I'm going to go over 1. And there it is. Okay. Now, in 10C, this is going to be a big difference from last year. In 10C, we just drew this all the time. There's our linear. Okay. That is not what we're going to draw here. What I really need you to notice here is this. This is an inequality. So what this says, it says, where are the y values less than? Where are the y values less than? So we don't have a solid line here. A solid line is for equals to. Less than. So what we're going to draw is we're going to draw a dashed or dotted line, just like this. Okay, just like that. So that dashed line there means it doesn't include those y values on that line. Now, we want the y values that are less than that line. Well, the y values that are less than that line is anything underneath it. So it's going to be this shaded region here. And that's why there's not just a solution, there's verify a solution, because there's tons and tons of solutions. There's not just the solution, there's many, many solutions. Anything in this shaded region that we've drawn here is a solution. So I'm going to pick a really easy one. I've got a nice rainbow going on, but I mean, hey, look at that. It looks like 2, 0 is a solution to the system. 2, 0 is a solution. Now, how do I verify that? Well, the same as how we verified before. So using our inequality, what we're going to do here, here's our inequality, x plus 1. Okay, so let's check. Let's substitute this point in. Well, if I substitute in on the left-hand side, I get 0. On the right-hand side, I substitute in, I get 2 plus 1, which is 3. Is 0 less than 3? Sure it is. So we verified it. 0 is less than 3. Again, any of these other coordinates over here are another solution. There's an infinite amount of them. Okay, make life easier on yourself. Choose x-intercepts, or maybe I even should have chosen the origin, right? Okay, how do I graph that in my calculator? Okay, grab your calculator, friends. So on our calculator, I'm just going to pull mine up here. Okay, we graph it. We start off just like we always did. So I've got mine in hot pink for fun. And if I hit graph like I normally do, all I see is that. Okay, but that's not what we really have. What we have is a linear. So what your TI can do for you, it can show the shading for you. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit my left cursor and see how I'm moving over and where my little box is blinking on the pink there. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit enter. I hit enter once, It's letting me change the color for some reason. Okay, but now here, yours might look a little different than mine. You just might have to hit enter a few times. I can change what this line's doing here. So normally on a TI, you hit enter and see how there's that little black upper triangle there? Well, above is what that's saying. That's greater than. I don't want greater than. I'm going to hit sideways again. And now I've got that down triangle kind of going downwards. Again, on most TI-84s, friends, you just hit enter. You don't see the screen that I'm showing you. Okay, I'm happy. Let's hit OK. And now, see, there's that lower black triangle there by Y4. And when I hit graph, guess what? It shows me my shading. Okay, isn't that cool? So there it is. So again, most often, most of us can just hit enter repeatedly. It doesn't show the menu I just showed unless I think you have a color one. Okay, so let's go back and let's look at our other one. Okay, so our other one was y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 2. Okay, no problem. Greater than or equal to negative x plus 2. So again, draw my Cartesian plane. I should be using a ruler, bad teacher. Okay, what do I know about this? Well, I know the y-intercept's at 2. I know I have a downward slope of negative 1, so down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Okay, and now, friends, this is greater than or equal to. So because of the equal to, this time when we draw it, it will be a solid line. Now, it says greater than or equal to. Well, greater than is anything above my line, any y value that's above that line. So anything in there is a solution, including the line itself. Okay, so let's pick a point up here. I don't know why I labeled that as negative 2. That's clearly positive 2. I don't know. Like I'm sure as heck looks like 3, 0 should be a solution right there. So again, all I'm going to do is I'm going to check out the point. Is 3, 0 a solution? So I sub it into the left-hand side. Well, the left-hand side, we clearly just get 0. That's easy, right? What about the right-hand side? Well, when I sub it in, I get negative 3 plus 2, which is negative 1. Is 0 greater than or equal to negative 1? Sir, yes, sir. Therefore, we just verified that's our solution. Okay, again, if I wanted to quickly graph that in my graphing calculator, let's do that. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to go down. I'm going to get rid of this guy. I'm going to input our new function, so negative x plus 2. I want greater than, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to highlight, right, one more right there. Okay, I hit enter. Okay, again, I get this input screen. Some of you don't. Some of you will just hit enter each time. But what it's asking me to do here, I'm going to hit my right arrow. And, oh, I changed it to green. That wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to be right here. I'm going to miss pink. That's too bad. I'm going to hit my right arrow until I see the upper triangle right there. And I go, okay. And I changed it to green. That's a bummer. Oh, well. There it is, friends. That sure as heck looks like the graph we just had. So when we're in an inequality, you need to pay special attention to, are your drawings, are the lines solid or dashed? And then are you finding the region above or the region below that graph? There it is, friends. There's inequalities.